My stepbrother got my inheritance, so I gave him the house of his nightmares. When my dad passed away, I was devastated. He had always been my rock, and I couldn't imagine life without him. What made it worse was how quickly my stepmother, Patricia, started making changes. Within weeks, she was pushing me out of my childhood home, claiming she needed space to grieve. I knew Dad had a will, but Patricia insisted that everything was taken care of. Turns out her version of taken care of was her lawyer conveniently rewriting the will to favor her and her son Jason. My dad's entire estate, including the house, was left to them. All I got was a few family heirlooms and some vague promises about future support. At first I was heartbroken. Then I got mad. My dad would have never wanted this, and I wasn't going to let them get away with it. I hired a lawyer and dug into the paperwork. Turns out Patricia and Jason had manipulated my dad into signing a new will while he was sick and not in his right mind. Classic move, right? But here's where it gets juicy. While going through the documents, I found something Patricia overlooked. A clause in the original will that gave me first rights to purchase the family home before anyone else. She couldn't sell it without offering it to me first. Patricia and Jason were livid when I exercised my right. I sold the few heirlooms I had, borrowed money, and bought the house, at a ridiculously low price since they needed the cash quickly. They thought they were rid of me. They were wrong. Here's the kicker. The house was a total fixer-upper. My dad had been planning renovations, but Patricia never followed through. I decided to sell it, but not before renting it out for a few months. Guess who needed a place to stay after blowing through their inheritance? That's right. Patricia and Jason. I made them sign a lease for the house they'd stolen from me, complete with a hefty rent and strict terms. The plumbing mysteriously needed work, the heater was slow to respond, and let's just say the neighbors weren't their biggest fans. Eventually, I sold the house to a lovely family who actually appreciated its charm. As for Patricia and Jason, last I heard, they were still arguing over what went wrong. Justice might not come quickly, but it sure is satisfying when it does.